The last time I posted this, they got my video taken down. TikTok, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Alright, TikTok family, what's up? Behind me, that's Burner 420. To you, I want to tell you, fuck you, and I think you're a bitch. And to anybody who's watching this, if you're still watching this and gonna watch to the end, let me explain why I'm saying this. So I had went down a rabbit hole because I was scrolling, a page popped up, Kidnapped by the Feds. His channel's dope. He seems like a real dude. The opposite of what the vibe I got from this. As I'm looking, I see a video of him exposing him because he was in prison with him. I seen somebody that I know online, Tattoo Cody. Shout out to him too. Another real one. He's been home for like 80 days and he's doing really good with the prison TikTok thing. Now that all ties into why I'm even saying this. Because at one time I was trying to do this, but I quit for like 8 months talking about prison shit. I lost momentum. I did get to go on these 2 shows. But that's the conversation starter I used when I tried to interact with this man. I was on his live and I said, hey, I also got to go on 2 prison shows. And he's like, oh yeah, which ones? I'm sitting there sending him gifts and shit. And I tell him, after prison show with Joe Guerrero and Blood on the Reservoir TV with Chad Marks. And he goes, oh, never heard of him. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, that's weird because they're 2 of the biggest ones. After prison show been around since the beginning. And Chad Marks' channel's big as fuck too. So I'm sitting there thinking there ain't no way he don't know who they are. He got to go on 23-1, Lockdown 23-1, which I watch his stuff sometimes too. And that's from this right here. That's a screenshot from that actually. Now you're gonna get the ones thinking I'm just being a hater, being jealous, whatever. It is not that. What it is I'm salty to watch him perping and pretending. I'm about to tell y'all a couple things that I found out by doing some research, and I can't stand the fact that he was able to trick so many people into taking that seed, planting it, and turn it into this. Okay, so I guess I'll be man enough to admit that I shouldn't hate on another man's success, but what I am saying is I feel like this man don't deserve it. He definitely is on here pretending, and I could just tell he is not what he says he is. Not only was he ducking work with Lucky Chucky, who called him out in a boxing match, they wanted to record it and put it on live. He was scared to get humiliated. He also scammed a bunch of his fans. You could go look into this. He has hundreds and hundreds of people accusing him of doing a rug pull, pulling a Ponzi scheme type situation where it's something like that, but it's like where you get a Bitcoin, a bunch of people invest, and then you take all the money out and blame it on other people. Well, he did do that. Not to mention, he was selling fake cars by getting those Temu keys, Hellcats, and Demons, and saying on screen, I got these for 5K, and people were being gullible and buying them, but really he was legit saying, I got these for 5K. So technically, you could never even get in trouble for that because the man told you he was selling you these for 5K. Those are just some quick examples of why I feel like this man does not deserve to be having this many people backing him up, acting like he's so cool and this and that. That's some maggot ass shit. And just by watching his videos and the way he moves, I could tell that in the joint, you was not the way you pretend you was on this internet. When people say real recognize real, that's a real thing. People could tell just by the way you move how you're built. And he is definitely built different and not in a good way. Here's a quick example. He even has it shut off right now to where I can't tag him. It's gray. I can't do a duet. I can't do a stitch. I can't tag him in this because he knows that he's going to get exposed. If you want to go see it, it's Burner 420. I'm going to spell it out on here. And I'm also going to tag some other people who I mentioned. But I do want to say that I'm not speaking for them. So anybody in this video, if you want to chime in on your own, cool. But I'm speaking for myself. This is how I feel. Nobody else is behind this but me. And it's crazy I had to tag your bitch and your mom in this too. Which, I'm going to say this. Out of respect, Jessica Kent, I have nothing against you. Me and my fiance has been watching your videos for a little while too. And even way back then though, she was saying that she thought, your man was corny. Also, I saw you was making your mom a TikTok. I just seen a video of you making a joke saying that you'll rent her out for $21.99 a month. That's you and your mom. If y'all want to have inside jokes like that, that more power to y'all. I just thought that was crazy. I would have never talked about my mama like that on the internet, whether it was a joke or not. I say that to say, though, I have no disrespect towards you either. So neither one of y'all ladies or I'm not directing this at neither one of y'all is what I'm saying. But what I will say to you, Burner, is that in a real life situation, if we was really beefing and this wasn't like some online shit, me coming for you, that would be like me having no choice but to pull up to your mama's house or your baby mama's house because you hiding. Like I literally had to tag them in this just so to ensure that you'll see this. So anybody who doesn't believe me, you can go do your own research. If you don't like this, like I said before, fuck you. Same to him, same to any of your fans that don't like what I'm saying. If you're like-minded to anything I just said, then cool. If you're gonna back me on this, I appreciate you. For real, I really do. The difference is, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or speak highly of myself, but I know what kind of person I am. Like I know I'm capable of being a very good, genuine human being. I also know I'm capable of being a fucking demon if I want to. I try not to be like that. I regret a lot of things I did in my life. I feel bad. I've been taking anger management classes, psych meds. I got PTSD. I have night terrors. I got other shit going on, trauma and shit that I know for a fact this man cannot relate to. But I'm just using that as an example that I just know if I was in his situation, I wouldn't have squandered his gift to be an asshole the way he has. Hey, the way he interacted with me and other people on his live was so ignorant and arrogant. It was crazy. What I will say though is, if you're that mad and you feel like you want to do something about it, we can definitely sign that waiver. We can meet up wherever, catch a couple rounds, whatever. Or we could do it the old-fashioned way in your mama's backyard. I've been home 18 months and I'm off parole, so I don't even give a fuck about none of that. But I am out here trying to make better choices. Like, I got a job every day. I've obviously stayed out of trouble for 18 months. But what I'm saying is, a fist fight ain't nothing but a misdemeanor if don't nobody get bones broke or if ain't no weapons used. It's an M1, 180 days in the county jail max. I don't know how they do things in your state out there in Utah, so I can't speak for that. But I'm from Warren City, Youngstown, Northeast Ohio, where we live. It seems to be a lot different than even our prisons, because you said it yourself, like how our contraband is different, our COs are different, our violence is different. You said it. You said East Coast prisons are just built different, and that's exactly true. Somebody like you, if you was where I was at in Lake Erie level 2 or Lebanon level 3, you definitely would not be in the same situation. Then again, maybe you would have, because dude was saying how after you had that situation with your gang, you had to do the rest of your time in PC hiding. Before you even try to come for me, I had my own situations with my own organization that I was with since I was 15, before I went to prison. I didn't do it what you did just because I was in jail to get down with a gang. And on top of that, I went in, out twice, which should tell you something, that they fucked with me enough to even let me have another chance after me taking the 2-on-1 physical violation to be off count. I had to do that twice because I chose to come in, out. And now I'm just off count. I still got it tatted on me and they still fuck with me, but I just choose to try to better my life. I knew nothing good is going to come from that if I continue on that path. But I left in good standing. I see some of my old brothers, I see some of my guys still to this day and they fuck with me. So I just wanted to let that be known. Even our cases are completely different. He broke into a place. I robbed a place with, got caught with 2 pistols, and I got into a fight with 2 cops. I'm not glorifying that. I'm just saying, even your case is soft as fuck. So don't be in your music acting like something you ain't, because you definitely ain't that.